and probably taking it slightly broader to the Eurasian economic space, which becomes more and more important. And the key speaker today will be, of course, the president of the Eurasian Patent Organization, Dr. Ivleev, and my colleague, Mr. Rybchak, and me. We are, as practicing patent attorneys, I would say, adding to what you will hear from Dr. Ivleev. We named our presentation the Eurasian Patent System, History, Modern State, and Further Development. It is indeed Eurasian Patent System. It doesn't mean that it will be forever only for patents. But let me start with a short introduction on how it happened that we have the regional patent protection system. And I will start with the Eurasian Patent System history. It is starts from year 1991. Those of you who are medium and over medium aged remember that political formation, the Soviet Union, which was a country having 15 republics in it. This political formation ended in 1991, and on its territory appeared 15 independent countries. Each of them was that time building its own system, its political system, its system of governmental bodies, and actually own patent systems as well. The Soviet Union termination was a sort of deintegration processes which were natural that time, but almost at the same nearly the same year, 1991, when Soviet Union was terminated, the reintegration processes started. And here on this timeline, you see, the milestones of what now resulted in a creation of the Eurasian Economic Union. So 1991, the Commonwealth of Independent States, a sort of intergovernmental formation to replace the former Soviet Union, the Collective Security Treaty Organization. Then we see the first agreement on customs union already in 1995. It was understood that having a customs border inside of the previously united countries, probably a sort of excessive measure, and the first thinking of removing customs borders happened at that time. Then the Organization of Central Asian Cooperation and Eurasian Economic Community in 2006. Then trilateral agreement on customs union, a sort of pre-organization to the Eurasian Economic Union, and then 2012 Eurasian Economic Space and Eurasian Economic Union, the formation with which we live nowadays. So, what is the Eurasian Economic Union as political formation? Of course, it's the successor and logical development of customs union and concept of united economic space. Now it has 5 member states and has its own defined structure of political bodies. The High Council is the highest body. It is composed of the presidents of the member states. Then goes Intergovernmental Council, where prime ministers of the member states sit. Eurasian Economic Commission, being a regulatory body of the Eurasian Economic Union, and the court. The court, although it's indeed the court, is still the court for the disputes concerning the Eurasian Economic Union, international treaties, and United Bodies decision. The countries which form the Eurasian Economic Union are guided by the same goals. Here are the main ones, and I would mention first those of them which are particularly connected with intellectual property. And I would say, in my impression, the main one is a coordinated development of complementary industries, which is important because formerly, before the countries disintegrated, there were lots of complementary industries, each working together with other ones, distributed all over the old territory of the Soviet Union. And probably shifting from resource to innovative model of development, of joint development. What is the Eurasian Economic Union now? 5 member states: Russia, Belarus, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. Observers: Cuba, Uzbekistan, Moldova. Free trade zone with Vietnam, Singapore, and Serbia. Candidates to free trade zone, which are Iran and United Emirates, and trade agreement with China. Which perspectives are clear for the Eurasian Economic Union? Certainly, as you saw, it's about to exceed the denounced formation which led to its appearance, the Soviet Union. It is about to exceed that borders and go further. It is clearly a large and growing market, and of course, it's an interesting area for securing IP rights. So what is in Eurasia, what happens in Eurasia, in Eurasian Economic Union area with protection of intellectual property? So, of course, we look at 5 member states. They all are guided by known to you international agreements. 4 of the member states are WTO members. Belarus yet is not. 4 member states are guided by the Hague Agreement. Kazakhstan is about to access it. And again, all known to you agreements. The Treaty on Eurasian Economic Union, the founding document of year 2015, has section 13, which is devoted to intellectual property. And there, in this document, also there is Annex 26, which is Protocol on Protection and Enforcement of Intellectual Property Rights. This treaty, the Eurasian Economic Union also has treaty on coordinating of activities on enforcement of IP rights. It's of the same year, 2015. The Customs Code of the Customs of the Eurasian Union, and the agreement of the Common Code of the Eurasian Economic Union. Section 13 broadly defines that the member states coordinate their efforts in the IP rights protection, compliance to international treaties. Protocol on protection of intellectual property rights regulates relation of the member states with regard to commonly known IP rights. However, no particular body in the Eurasian Economic Union can be regarded as a sort of a joint patent office or somewhat alike. And here we come to the Eurasian patent system, which is slightly older than the Eurasian Economic Union. It's almost, I would say, 20 years older. And it happened so that when the Soviet Union denounced and the countries became independent, only one of them, namely the Russian Federation, had its own full-size patent offices. Others, of course, had none. And the idea of, first of all, of giving a sort of regional protection, which was natural. Again, if we remember the complementary essence of some industries and the joint essence of certain amount of scientific and technical research is being done across the former territory of the Soviet Union, it was very natural. In 1993, the concept of the Eurasian system was first developed. It was developed for 2 years, and in year 1995, the Eurasian system started. What was the conceptual model? One official language, Russian language, as that time very commonly used across the former Soviet Union countries. The regional patent office, a definite structure which was capable to be self-financing independently from the member states, which should conduct own patent examination and granting a patent which was not needed to validate like the European system, which you know in the member states to continue its validity in them. Invalidation proceedings and enforcement proceedings were moved to the national level. However, that time leaving the 6 months frame for the administrative invalidation, like again you have with with the European Patent Office. The Eurasian patent system originally had 9 member states. Then Moldova denounced the Eurasian Patent Convention. Now the Eurasian patent system has 8 member states. They all are here, and I particularly colored by green the member states of the Eurasian Economic Union. So you see that although the Eurasian Patent Office is not formally a body of the Eurasian Economic Union, it in fact plays the role of the Eurasian Economic Union Patent Authority. One patent office, one application to cover all the member states, one language, and clear cost effectiveness if you want to enter one Eurasian route instead of 3 national ones. Here are the statistics. The Eurasian Patent Office, the blue part of the diagram, is very actively used by foreign applicants, foreign to the whole Eurasian area. The orange sector is the Eurasian Economic Union member states, and very small share is for other European Eurasian Patent Convention countries. So almost 82% non-Eurasian countries. National route is a very promising potential for national applicants from the Eurasian Economic Union member states. It's a very clear and I would say expected potential for adding to the filings to the Eurasian Patent Office, because as you see here still so again blue are domestic applicants. We see that the majority of applicants in all the Eurasian Union member states are national ones, so they can very likely migrate to the Eurasian patent system, especially now when the reintegration and working together processes are going on and developing. So, concluding, the Eurasian Patent Office is not a Eurasian Economic Union entity. The Eurasian Economic Union still have no concept of something like own unitary patent. Eurasian Economic Union documents mention Eurasian Patent Office as alternative to national system of patent protection. However, I'm quite sure that the Eurasian Patent Office not only can, but already is a sort of the patent office, which is the patent office covering by the protective rights the territories of the countries forming the Eurasian Economic Union. So here my introduction is over, and with my pleasure I pass the floor to Dr. Ivleev, the President of the Eurasian Patent Office, formerly for many years the President of the Russian Patent Office, and with the activities of Dr. Ivleev are connected, I would say, the most fascinating advantages of the Russian Patent Office, complete movement to electronic document processing, offering to applicants a huge number of very, I would say, convenient services, providing accessibility to whatever databases to the inventors, and care for medium and small size industries, which also a program of the that time of the Russian Patent Office. Now, Dr. Ivleev is very fastly implementing all those achievements as the goals of the Eurasian Patent Office. So I'm sure we will see very interesting developments of the Eurasian Patent Office in the nearest future. So with my pleasure, I pass the floor to Dr. Ivleev. Thank you.